Guys, it's Jerningam here again. I thought I'd come to Northern Ireland with, is it Northern Ireland? It's somewhere in the UK. We've done the Northern Ireland thing already. This is somewhere else with Boris Johnson, so I thought I'd do another video.
After a week in post, the new Prime Minister came to the one country in the Union that no-deal Brexit would hit hardest. His mission, not simply Brexit, he said, but to get the Northern Ireland Assembly working again following a 2-year deadlock. A mission Boris Johnson managed to undermine, say politicians here, by holding a private dinner with the DUP last night.
Good morning. How are you doing? How are you? Nice to see you. Good morning. Well, it's great to be here in Northern Ireland, and clearly the people of Northern Ireland have been without a government, without Stormont for 2 years and 6 months. My
nose is pretty sore.
this morning is to do everything I
Hey
can
guys, just take me with a blocked nose.
to get up and running again.
Unlike throughout the rest of his UK tour, Mr. Johnson would only answer this one question.
How impartial can you be, Prime Minister, given that you've already dined with the DUP?
It's all there in the Good Friday Agreement. We believe in complete impartiality, and that's what we're going to observe. But the crucial thing is to get this Stormont government up and running again. Thank you.
He didn't want to talk about the dinner, but before talks even got underway, the Ulster Unionist Party said it was bad optics at the very least, and that Mr. Johnson had been badly advised. So what was discussed at that dinner? The DUP say it wasn't the confidence and supply agreement through which they support the Conservative government.
We'll have those discussions over the coming weeks and months.
But weren't discussed last night at all?
No.
Nothing at all?
We were focusing on Brexit. We were focusing on delivering Stormont back again, because it's so important that we have our own government here to give a voice to the people of Northern Ireland.
While Mr. Johnson held his 5 meetings behind these gates, outside them, an assortment of protesters gathered, each one a reminder of the issues not being dealt with in the building that shadows them. The fear, direct rule from Westminster imposed for the first time in more than a decade. A fear Mr. Johnson hasn't ruled out, with language Sinn Féin called damaging and dangerous.
Having spoken to the Prime Minister now, how inevitable does no deal feel, and how inevitable does a hard border look?
As each day passes, the prospect of a crash becomes more real. And as each day passes with no agreement, the threat and the menace of a hard border becomes all the more real. The way out of this for Ireland, if he is intent on crashing, if that's the outcome, the way out for us democratically is to have a border, and to allow Ireland and Irish people to decide our future.
The border poll, otherwise known as a vote to unify the island of Ireland. But no deal is feared both sides of the Irish border. Just south of it in Dundalk, the retail sector is dependent on frictionless trade, say locals.
How many years ago did you set up the shop?
Jerry lives in the north, but set up this department store 32 years ago in the south.
What's the stock comes from UK with 90%?
90%. So what was it like trying to get your stock from the UK here 32 years ago?
Well, it was a nightmare. You know, there was a big delay at the customs. You'd lose a day taking stuff across. You would, yeah, a whole day.
It isn't just the UK that is not prepared for no-deal Brexit, says Jerry. He believes the retail industry in the Republic of Ireland would be devastated by it.
Well, they're talking about grants for farmers, for beef industry, and all that sort of thing. But the retail industry, in my opinion, has been completely overlooked, and it's not been considered by the government at all.
Mr. Johnson maintains that no deal is bad for both sides. His hope that Ireland and the EU will blink first on a new deal. As he left Belfast today, though, the outcome politicians here fear most is the one many of them believe is now most likely.
Now, Mr. Johnson and his team are back in Downing Street tonight. They might be wondering just how successful, though, this trip will be seen by many people here. You know, the tone was set in many ways by nothing before any talk took place today, but by that dinner last night with the DUP. One person told us that wasn't just seen as tone deaf, but offensive to every other party here. And then today, unlike everywhere else he's gone in the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, where he's walked about talking about the virtues of delivering Brexit by October 31st, do or die, he's come here, the place most affected by Brexit. He's not met with locals, He's not met with local businesses, and he hasn't wanted to talk much about Brexit because his focus was getting power sharing back to that building behind us. The thing is, though, one of the leaders of one of the parties who spoke with him today, leader of the SDLP, she told us that whenever she questioned Mr. Johnson and whatever she questioned him about, he kept on blustering on about Brexit. Now, his team say that he wants to come back here as soon as possible. You'd have thought they might have learned a few lessons today about how they need to handle that next trip back here.
Well, Boris Johnson in Belfast. This is Boris Johnson in Scotland. So this is when Boris Johnson went to Scotland, I believe. I just thought it'd be an interesting video to do with this, guys. Boris Johnson's getting booed for the people in Scotland. Scotland want to stay in the EU, I think, and it's just weird. Northern Ireland and England want to come out of the EU. They want their own independence. And Wales as well. I don't know why Scotland want to stay in the EU. The UK wants to leave the EU. Half of Northern Ireland wants to leave the EU, and the other half wants to stay in. It's all a mess, isn't it, really? So people don't know what they want in life, it feels like. Interesting. This is Boris Johnson's cabinet 6 days ago. Well, he's talking in the cabinet there, which you can see.
Well, good morning, everybody, and it's wonderful to see this new team assembled here, respecting, I think, the depth and breadth of talent in our extraordinary party. And as you all know, we have a momentous task ahead of us, a pivotal moment in our country's history. We are now committed, all of us, to leaving the European Union on October the 31st, or earlier. No ifs, no buts. But we're not going to wait until October, doing everything we can to unite our amazing country. That is the agenda on which we're all. I hope that we will put our shoulders to the together. Thank you all very much.
The Grenada news. Trying to find some more things what was happening today with the news. Flicking through everything. This is another video of Boris Johnson's. Boris Johnson wants them need the EU. After this advert, obviously.
Brewed smooth for all food.
I hate adverts on the TV, it's very annoying.
We're not aiming for a no-deal Brexit, and we don't think that's where we'll end up. This is very much up to our friends and partners across the channel. If they can't compromise, if they really can't do it, then clearly we have to get ready for a no-deal exit. And I think we'll do it. I think that the people of this country are full of resolve and purpose. And I had a very good conversation, as you say, with Leo Varadkar, and we're willing to make absolutely clear what is the case, that the UK, under no circumstances, will have checks at the border in Northern Ireland. We will throw all our energies into sorting out the problems of frictionless trade at the border. We can do it. We have all the sorts of technological solutions that are necessary to do it. But let's solve those issues in the context of the free trade agreement that we're going to do after we come out on October the 31st. That's what we want to do.
Keep saying that word. October the 31st, we're leaving the EU. Boris Johnson keeps saying. I mean, Theresa May promised us the 29th of March to leave the EU, but we didn't do. So, I shall have to just wait and see, guys.
An analysis of temperatures dating back to
I mean, Jeremy Corbyn's going to try all his power to stop Boris Johnson's deal anyway, which is kind of annoying. I'm trying to find what else is on here. I don't know. It's my bloody mouth. Just thinking, what else can I show on this video? Right, so 1 week ago, no, no way. 1 week ago, Boris Johnson with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ever the actor where does the Terminator and does the Last Man Stand?
Cobra.
He did the Expendables, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is 1 week ago with Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson, the UK's new Prime Minister. Love him or hate him, you simply can't ignore him.
Can you get me a right? Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
As
There he is,
London
Arnold
Mayor, he
Schwarzenegger
became
next to
king
Arnold
of photo
Schwarzenegger and Boris Johnson and the push bikes.
Although they didn't always go without slip-ups. He became a leading advocate for Brexit, attempting to explain the evils of EU membership through the waiving of different foods.
Kipper. He has had his costs massively increased by Brussels bureaucrats who have insisted that each kipper must be accompanied by a plastic ice pillow.
It turns out that probably isn't true, but it's not the only big claim by Boris to come under scrutiny.
You've lied to the people of London in your
Oh, just stop. That figure represents accurately the gross sum that is
But the
sent.
gross sum is meaningless. You've got the rebate, you've got the public subsidy, so the true sum is 161 million, as best as anyone can get. Right.
Which is not itself to be sneezed at.
He's often been accused of running from difficult questions. Finding ingenious methods to avoid being pinned down by journalists. And of course, he's always played down his
David Cameron,
chances of
Boris
becoming
Johnson.
PM
There,
in
you
the
guys can see.
past.
As I've said many times before, and I've used all sorts of expressions to describe what is the impossibilia, the agility. It is not going to happen. It is more likely that, as I say, I will be reincarnated as an olive, or knocked in a disused fridge, or decapitated by a flying frisbee.
He even ruled himself out of the last Tory leadership contest with this self-assessment.
I have concluded that person cannot be me.
But the Back Boris campaign has carried him all the way to number 10. This is going to be eventful.
Well, that is how it goes. I think I should leave it in this video now, guys. I've shown enough in this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for joining me. Check out my other video with Northern Ireland and Wales independence. See you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Take it easy, guys. Peace. And share these videos with your friends. Take it easy.